So the different data here is, since the lower boundary or the most frequent data in that one is the 50,000, then we will use the lower boundary of 0. And then the D1 is 15,000 and our D2 is the 30,000. Okay. So substituting it, so 15,000 divided by 15,000 plus 30,000, then we can get the value of 15,000 over 45,000. So divided it by 15,000, then we can get the value of 1/3. So 1/3 times 10,000, then we can get the value of our mode by 3,333.333 and so on. So this is now our mode. So I will now proceed to the sample. I'm now in my board example. So in a city, a survey was conducted to analyze the monthly expenditures of 200 households. So the data collected was grouped into the following expenditure ranges. So we already have now our different data in here. Okay. So if we have these two data, the expenditure range and the frequency, then we can get the lower boundary, the class marks or the midpoint, the CF, cumulative frequency, and so on. Okay. So as you can see here, we already have our lower boundary, our midpoint, our f times x, and also the cumulative frequency. So as what I have said, in order to get the lower boundary, we'll just need to subtract these values into 0.5 in order to obtain this lower boundary. Now our midpoint is we'll just need to get the median, the mid of these values, and the f of f times x is we will just need to multiply the x to f, and the cumulative frequency is we'll just need to add this one to this one, and the result of this one is we will add another value, and so on. So in order to get our cumulative frequencies, we'll just need to add this value, and the result of this 2-digit is we will add this value, and so on. Okay. So in order to get our mean, we'll just need to use these four tables. Okay. So in order to get our mean, we'll need to obtain our total frequency or f times x. So the total of our f times x is 4,700, and our total frequency is 200. So substituting it on the formula of our mean, 4,700 divided by 200 is equivalent to 235. So this is now our mean. So after that, we will now get our mode. So our median rather. So in our median, we will look at the most frequent data, and then it is now our median class. And the L that we will need to use is this, the upper part of our median class, which is the AP. So since we already have our bases, then we can substitute now into our formula. Okay. So lower boundary is the 200. And then summation of f, or the total frequency divided by 2, is 100. So substituting it, 200 times 100 divided by minus 80 divided by 60 times 100, then we can get the value of 2060, or it is equivalent to 1/3. So 1/3 times 100, we can get the value of 33.33. So 200 plus 33.33, then we can get the value of 233.33. So this is now our median. So then we will now proceed to our mode. So in our mode, since the most frequent data in our frequency is the 60, so this is now our mode class. So since we have already our mode our value of our D1. So 60 minus 50 is equivalent to 10. And 60 minus 40 is equivalent to 20. So this is now our value of D1 and D2. 10 and 20. Okay, since we already have our D1 and D2, then we will substitute it in our D1. So 10 plus 20 is equal to 10 over 30 divided by 3, so it will become 1/3. So 1/3 times 100, and we can get the value of 33.3333. So adding it to 200, so 200 plus 33.333, then we can get the value of our mode by 233.3333. So now, since we already have our mode, then I will proceed to my last example. So the last example is showing how to calculate the center tendency, mean, median mode for group data in the context of employee ages in a company. So since we already have our age range in the frequency, then we can solve the lower boundary, the CF, the class limits, or the midpoint and so on. Okay, so as you can see here, I already solved or I already put the lower boundary, the data of the midpoint, the F times X, and the cumulative frequency. So first one is, so what I have said, in order to get the lower boundary, we'll just need to subtract these values to 0.5, and then we can obtain this, or the data of this lower boundary. And the midpoint, in order to get the midpoint, is we will just need to get the mean or the average of this one, in order to get the midpoint. And then lastly, in order to obtain the F times X, then we will need to multiply these values to these values. Then we can get the value of our F times X. And lastly, the frequency, we'll need to first copy the first interval, and then after that, we will add it to the another digit or another data. Then the answer of this data will be added to another data, and so on, in order to get this cumulative frequency. So now, since we already have our table, then we will now proceed on how to get the mean. In order to okay, so the thing that we need in order to get our mean is this just for table. So since we already have our different data, so our total of the X times F for the F times X is 4,630, and the total of our frequency is 100. So substituting it to our formula, then we can get the 4,630 divided by 100, then we can get the value of 46.3. So this is now our mean. So let's proceed to begin. So we already have the different data, so let's proceed to So since as you can see here in our frequency, this is the most frequent or the biggest data in our frequency. So this is now our median class. And then after that, we'll use the cumulative frequency, which is in the upper part or the upper part of our median class. Okay, this one. So since we already have our data, then we can compute our median. So the summation of F divided by 2 is equivalent to 100 divided by 2 is equal to 50. So our lower boundary is the 40, so and our interval is 10. So we will now substitute it. So 40 plus 50 minus 30 over 50 minus 30 is equivalent to 20 over 30. And then divided by 10, so we can get the value of 2/3. And then 2/3 times 10, and we can get the value of 6.67. So adding 40 plus 6.67, then we can get the value of our median by 46.67. Okay. So since we already have our median, so lastly, we will now get our mode. So the three tables that we need in order to get our mode is the age, frequency, lower boundary, and this one. So now we proceed to the formula of our mode. So, balik sa. Okay. So, as you can see here, the most frequent or the big value in the frequency table is letter T. So this is now our mode class. So in order to get the D1, then we will need to subtract the 30 to 18. So 30 minus 18 is equivalent to 12. And 30 minus 25 is to 5. So this is now our D2. Okay. Since we already have our D1 dito, then we can solve the equation. So our LB or the lower boundary is 40. And then since we already have our D1, which is the 12 and 5, so we will substitute it. So 40 plus 12 over 12 plus 5 or 12 17 times 10, then we can get the value of 12 divided by 17 times 10 is equivalent to 7.06 or 7.06. So adding it to the 40, so 40 plus 7.06, then we can get the value of our mode by 40 plus 47.06. So this is now our mode. So that's all about my lesson. So again, it is very important to obtain the different central tendency, which is the mode, median, and mean in the specific data, in order for you to understand better and organize and analyze the problem properly. So I hope you learned something in my discussion. Thank you.